What's up? What is going on? All right, we are live. I think we're good. And I'm in our new house. So we moved yesterday and we don't have anything set up. I got Quincy behind me right here. We don't have anything set up yet. Our office isn't set up yet, but we couldn't skip the Wednesday live video. So if you join the video live or replay, please comment down below. Let me know that you can hear me all right. Let me know if you can see me. And especially let me know if you can hear me because I've got this microphone here that I'm using. I tested it before. I'm hoping it works. It's been an excellent microphone in the past. But I had a hunch that it wasn't working a few times. Um, hey, DJ, how's it going? Thanks for joining. If you can, let me know if you can hear me all right. Today's video is about supplements. All right. So I got supplements here. Um, I got literally every supplement that I use here, and I'm going to go over with you literally every single supplement that I take. Here's a hint: it's not a long list. It's a pretty short list. I'm going to explain why I take these supplements and if they might make sense for you or not. And I'm going to go over a lot of the common, um, most popular supplements out there that I don't take certain supplements. And if you have questions about any specific supplements, let them know down. Let me answer anything I see. It's going to be. I'm happy to do a large Q&A here in this one because it's not going to be very long. All right. But again, if you join the video, all right. And number two, let me know where you're watching the video from. Always interested to see where you guys are watching the video from. And if you're new here, my name's Jesse, and I've been a personal trainer for 12 or 13 years now. I coach men from all over the world online in my Modern Man program. And uh, this time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you enjoy the video, consider subscribing to my channel and consider blocking off 30 minutes in your calendar at this time on Wednesdays and join me for a live video. All right. Good to have you here. So I want to start off this video again. Like I said, I'm going to explain all the supplements I have here. I've got a number of supplements here, all different. I'm going to explain why I get certain brands. They're not all the same brand. Some of them are different. Some of them, it doesn't matter what brand it is. Some of them, I have a high preference to what brand it is. Um, Let me be very, very clear. You absolutely don't need supplements to make progress. The the tangible results or progress that you might gain even from these supplements that I'm taking is very marginal. Um, so it's very much an extra. It's very much a luxury, right? Um, Especially like let's make no mistake about it. Having a really tailored and proper workout routine is miles and miles and miles more important and ahead of getting supplements, right? Having a proper nutrition plan, an actual game plan, an actual strategy with your eating, and being consistent with your eating is light years ahead of when you should consider should I get supplements, right? They just don't make an insane difference. They don't make even a significant difference compared to the basics of do you work out 4 times a week, 5 times a week? Do you actually eat well? Or are you looking for supplements to make up for your lack of consistency with working out and eating well? Right? Like it's, if that's you, that's okay. That's what a lot of us started with supplements is because we wanted to make up for not eating that well. We wanted to, hopefully this product can make up for the fact that I eat like shit, right? So, we've all went through that phase, including myself at the beginning. And if that's you, focus on being consistent first. Focus on making it a lifestyle first, to be active and to work out every week and to eat well, before you waste money on supplements, because you will be wasting money if you're not working out. Don't buy supplements. If you're not eating even decently well, don't buy supplements. All right. So that's my spiel for, those of you who it may not be appropriate to buy supplements yet. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, again, if you're joining the video live, I see a few people have joined. Let me know where you're watching the video from, and let me know how the audio is, because I'm really hoping this microphone can work for my live videos going forward. Last time I had someone say, "Hey, the video was great, the content's great, but the audio sucked ass." So I'm trying to get back to using this microphone, which is actually should be a very good audio. All right, so I'm gonna start off. Let's see, I've got one, two, three, four supplements here, three supplements actually, and then I've got two vitamins. So I'm going to start with probably the most obvious ones that you may already know about, um, which is the first one is a protein powder, right? So this is the first supplement I take, and I've taken it for years, 10 years, right? Um, and there's nothing magical about a protein powder. Um, I'd like you to imagine it as a piece of chicken breast. It's the equivalent of a piece of chicken breast. So people don't eat chicken breast and think it's going to be magical and grow insane amounts of muscle. They know it's protein. They know it's helpful for building muscle, but people take protein powder and literally expect that it's like some magical thing, like it's steroids or something. It's like, no, this is just chicken breast. The only difference is you don't have to cook this. This is convenience. You can put it in a shaker bottle, shake it up, and drink it in 30 seconds, and you don't have to worry about, uh, cooking something, right? So that's what protein powder is. It's a convenience play, a convenience supplement, um, that helps you get closer to the protein amount you're aiming for, your protein goal, without having to cook every single gram of protein that you're eating. So the idea here, the most important thing is the amount of protein you're aiming for, right? If you can get to your goal protein without using a protein powder, then you don't need it, right? You can throw it away. You can save your money. Now, the reason why usually I recommend a protein powder for most people is because it is hard to get the amount of protein in that you should probably be hitting to build the body that you want. It's hard to do that. It takes a little bit more work to do that through cooking, right? So the one I have here is Transparent Labs. I've used Transparent Labs for 7 or 8 years now. But this is a supplement where there's not gonna be one that's best, right? Protein powder is protein powder. It's like saying, what brand of chicken is best? Is it Tyson? Is it, what are some of the other food brands? Um, what Purdue? Is there any other ones? Be Bill Evan Bell Evans? So it's like, no, it's like chicken breast is chicken breast pretty much, right? So um the reason why I like the Transparent Labs one and I've stuck with them is because they have the most amount of protein per scoop compared to most other brands. They have 28 grams of protein per scoop, and it's only like 140, 150 calories. So what that means is there's little to no fats and carbs in this. It's just straight protein. There's like 1 gram of fat. There's like 2 or 3 grams of carbs. It doesn't really get better than that, right? There are other protein powders out there that have similar nutrition label, but pretty much none is going to beat that. Most protein powders have 22, 23, 24 grams of protein, and they have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 grams of carbs or fats. So, we're nitpicking here. I'm getting this one because I know if I have 2 scoops at a time, man, I'm getting 56 grams of protein for less than 300 calories. Like that that is really, really good. How easy would it be if you're aiming for 150 grams of protein a day or 200 grams of protein? That makes your life substantially easier if 56 grams of protein are coming from your shake and it only takes you 30 seconds to prepare and consume, right? So again, there are other protein powders out there that I've recommended. This isn't the cheapest one. I think it's like $2 per serving, which is kind of like the going rate now with protein powder. But on various websites and on Amazon, you can find protein powder for between $1 and $2 per serving. All right. So that's kind of like the going rate. If you're paying more than $2 per serving, you're definitely overpaying, right? You're not getting enough value to overpay that much. So let me know if you have any questions in here about protein. I'm gonna put that in the chat here. First supplement is protein powder. And I do have a discount code for Transparent Labs, for I think it's 15% off. I have to double check what it is here in case anybody wants to try any of their stuff. Um, I think it's Rose Fitness. I'll put that in the chat too. Discount code for Labs is Rose Fitness. It's either 10 to 15% off. All right. So yeah, that's that. And again, if you want to save your money, if you don't mind cooking, or if you, well, you should all be cooking, right? You should all be eating whole foods. What I'm saying is, if you can reach your daily protein intake without a protein powder, go ahead and do that, right? Absolutely. Sometimes I do that. Usually, most days I have a scoop or two of protein, but if there's a day where it turns out I ate more whole foods than normal, or I got in more protein than normal through whole foods, I will skip the protein powder. All right. So that's supplement number one. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if there's anything about the protein powder, or if you want me to review your protein powder. Leave it in the comments below in the chat. Say, hey, I have the X, Y, and Z brand one. Is that one okay? And I'm happy to review it and give my honest thoughts here live. All right. So the next supplement I've got, which you've probably heard about, is creatine. All right. This is creatine. It's in a bag. It's a creatine powder. And this one is from Bulk Supplements, which has essentially really excellent prices on supplements. I got this 100 servings for $22. So creatine is one of the supplements that's the most overhyped right now, and the most popular right now. Um, but it's also one that is the cheapest. Creatine is one of the cheapest supplements out there. Like I said, I got this for $22 for 100 servings. So, I mean, way less than $1 per serving. Um, there's companies out here selling creatine for 10 times that price. Especially when you get into the creatine gummies, those are the most overpriced supplements on the market. They're charging you 10 to 20 times the price of actual creatine powder. And it's criminal. It's pretty insane. The creatine gummies are n- not only the most overpriced, you're paying literally 20 times the price of this. Uh, but you're also getting scammed a lot of the time. There was some tests done recently on various creatine gummy brands that found that they weren't putting creatine in their gummies. Many of them weren't putting any creatine. They found zero point 0.1 or 0.01 grams of creatine in their gummies in many of these brands, and some of them were putting like a quarter or half the amount that they were saying that they have in there on the label. So not only are they overcharging you 10 to 20 times what creatine actually costs, but they're lying to you and actually not putting the creatine in the gummies in the first place. And the way that you'll know by tasting it is the gummies should taste like chalky. Like you should feel like if you're familiar with creatine, it's like chalky and it's got this kind of distinct chalky taste and feel to it. If they just taste like regular candy gummies and you don't feel any of that chalkiness or powderiness, there's no creatine in there. Okay, so now here's the reason why I take creatine. Right, creatine is not anything uh, well, you're like if you're not getting stronger right now and building muscle right now, you're not going to magically do that by starting to take creatine, right? Creatine might help to a marginal degree to get a little bit stronger in the gym. What it helps with, what you can expect is to get an extra 1 to 3 reps on the exercises you're doing. And maybe you're able to do an extra 5 to 10 pounds on some of those exercises, right? So for some people, if they're looking for something groundbreaking, they might not even notice those benefits. An extra 1 to 3 reps, an extra 5 to 10 pounds. You have to know what to look for and what to feel to realize those type of benefits. Now, to the average gym goer or someone who's a little bit more of a beginner, you might think, well, that stinks. That's, very small. To a more advanced gym goer, that that's kind of a big deal. If you're telling me I can get an extra 1 or 2 reps on almost every exercise that I'm doing, or that I can do an extra 5 or 10 pounds than I would normally do, like that's kind of a big deal. And that adds up a lot over time. So creatine is a supplement you should expect to take long term. Same, I mean, protein powder, you take it as long as you want, right? It's like chicken breast. You eat it, you don't have to start chicken breast and then go off eating chicken breast unless you want to. Creatine's the same because the benefits are so marginal and because the benefits are kind of cumulative over time, right? An extra 1 to 3 reps over a year, over 2 years, over 3 years, matters. An extra 1 to 3 reps and an extra 5 pounds in a month, and then going off of creatine, that's not going to make any difference for you at all. So if you're looking for like a quick fix, creatine's not that, right? uh, there's not many quick fixes out there except GLP-1s, um, which isn't a supplement, right? That's a medication, right? I'm sure there'll be some comments here like, well, what about the GLP-1 drugs? Like, yeah, no, like those aren't supplements. Those are medications. Those work uh, big time, right? Those will make you not hungry and they will make you um, like see actual tangible results with losing weight because it's a medication. You inject it into yourself. It's a true medication. These are supplemental over the counter things that you can buy for 25 cents a serving. All right, totally different from GLP-1s, totally different level. All right, so this these creatine is meant to be a long-term supplement. It's meant to be taken over many months and many years so that you can continue gaining those little marginal strength gains, month over month, year over year. But if you were to only take it for a short period of time, like a month or 2 months, and then go off of it, you're not going to gain much benefits from it. All right. You take 5 grams per day, which is considered one serving, 5 grams creatine per day. You take it every day, even on rest days, uh, for the most part, right? So, like, it's something that has to be saturated in your muscle cells. And you do that by taking it every day, regardless of if you worked out or if you didn't work out. And because it does have to be saturated in your muscle cells and it has to be a certain amount, in your body and in your system, it's not like a time sensitive supplement, right? Like caffeine is a supplement that is time sensitive. Like you have caffeine right now, and in a little bit you're gonna get the benefits of a little bit more energy from it. Creatine, it doesn't matter if you take it before your workout, after your workout, at midnight, at 3 p.m. Take it anytime because over the course of the week, it has to be saturated in your system, and you're not going to reap benefits right then and there from taking it. All right. So hope that makes sense. Let me know down below. Does anyone here take a protein powder? Does anyone here use creatine as well? Let me know what your experience has been with it. Have you been taking it for a while? Do you have any questions on your particular protein powder or creatine? But let me know down in the chat if you're watching the video live. I appreciate you for jumping on. I go live every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So this time, and let me know in the chat, right? Join, let me know your experience with this stuff. So supplement number 2 is creatine monohydrate. For creatine, you're going to take 5 grams per day. Um, should be less than $1 per serving. I pay $22 for 100 servings from bulk supplements, right? So I pay like what I mean, less than 50 cents per serving. You can't really beat that, right? So yeah, go to bulk supplements if you want to get a really cheap creatine. And again, like you probably know this already, but if you're not strength training, there's no need to take creatine, right? Um, there are some things coming out that are saying that if you take creatine, you'll gain cognitive benefits from it as well. So, hopefully that research is in the works and stuff like that. But it's mainly known as a strength and performance helper. It helps in the gym, it helps with power output, those final couple reps, getting an extra 5 pounds or 10 pounds, whatever it is. So if you're not working out, don't waste your money, at least at this point in time, right? Maybe I'm making a video in 5 years when we have more research that says, you know what, even if you don't work out, you can get some mental benefits from it. But for the most part, it's known as a working out strength performance supplement. All right. Um, so yeah, that's number 2. Any questions so far? Let me know. Leave them in the chat. I'm here. Literally sitting at the very edge of the couch because Quincy is sleeping right behind me. You can see him right over here, and he's a big guy. He takes up plenty of room. So yeah. So those are the 2 supplements so far. Now this third supplement I'm going to show you is the one that is the least recommended as far as like uh, protein powder, creatine. I recommend that to most of my clients because they're all working out. They all want to have the convenience factor of having a protein powder. It's an excellent snack to help keep you full, to help get your protein up. Now, number 3 is a pre-workout supplement. So I have 2 of them here, and I always have more than one pre-workout supplement or formula around that I keep in the house. And the reason for that is because a pre-workout is different from, let me see if I can put this. I want you guys to be able to see the supplements while I'm doing this. All right, here we go. That'll do it. Almost lost it. All right, here we go. Nice. All right, perfect. So the reason why I take a pre-workout supplement, and again, this is the one I recommend least to my own personal clients because it's not a requirement. None of these are a requirement, but this is just like the most luxury supplement out of the ones that I take. Um, because the main benefit and the main reason for taking it is just to have some extra energy and mental focus benefits when working out. So that's what a pre-workout supplement does. It gives you energy through caffeine, and they put other ingredients in there, and I'll explain kind of why I chose these ones. They put other ingredients in there that help with performance, like creatine. Like this one actually has some creatine in it, but other supplements like L-citrulline. What else we got in here? Beta alanine, um, alpha GPC, they call it, which is like a mental focus ingredient. These are ingredients that help with um, performance in the gym, help with focusing on your workouts, help with kind of locking in and feeling like you're in the mood to work out, right? So you can absolutely go to the gym and work out and not use one of these, and I recommend doing that, right? You can go to the gym and have coffee before your workout, and that's caffeine, right? It doesn't have all these other ingredients that are listed that help with performance, but it has caffeine, which could help with energy. So, yeah. So, but the reason why I take them is because there is a noticeable difference in your workouts when you take a pre-workout supplement that's good and when you don't, uh, or when you just take coffee, or when you don't take anything at all. And that's not an argument that you should definitely get one, but I like having a really good, amazing workout as often as possible. And it just I'd be lying if I told you that it didn't noticeably increase the quality of your workouts. It does. And that's why I still use a pre workout. All right. So, what I look for, most of these pre workouts these days are just absolutely loaded with stimulants like caffeine and other things as well. And it's too much for me. I'm not someone who likes high levels of caffeine or high levels of stimulants. So, over the years, I've been always on the lookout for pre workouts that had a more moderate amount of caffeine, that had a lot of the mental focus ingredients. I like that style of training where I'm not in the gym feeling like a crazy person, but I'm in the gym and I'm pretty locked in. I'm focused on each and every rep. I am, very much in my zone. And so, like, I like some of these ingredients that help with focusing, with help with productivity, because I work out in the morning. So it kind of doubles for me as like a workout supplement, like a workout aid to have a good workout. But also, I find that the mental focus ingredients in here, the cognitive ingredients, double as a productivity helper for me. And a couple hours after working out, I'm still very dialed in. I'm still very focused, and I find that I can be more productive than on a day where I don't have them. So that's my reason for it. Now, the reason why, oh, and someone said pre-workout disturbed the sleep. So, like, I guess it, made you not be able to sleep. Yeah, that's a part of this. Like, depending on what time you work out, you'll certainly want to be more cautious of if you take one. Like, if I worked out in the evening, I wouldn't want to take this every time. Because I work out in the morning, I don't have to worry about it. But if you work out in the evening, yeah, it's definitely something you might want to be cautious about, because you don't want it to keep you up. Now, they do have stimulant free pre workouts, which I've recommended to various clients over the years for that reason. If you're working out in the evening, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m., it may be in your best interest to go with a stim free pre workout, which usually have many of the mental focus ingredients I'm talking about, and usually have some sort of pump ingredients in there. Like a pump product is like ingredients that help with blood flow. So I mentioned L-citrulline. I think that's one of the most popular ingredients that helps with blood flow, and it basically helps give you that vascular pump look in the gym. And it also helps a little bit with performance and strength. So the stim-free pre-workouts usually have a list of those type of ingredients, and they leave out the caffeine and other things that might keep you up. So, that's an alternative if you're worried about sleep as well. All right. Now, the reason why I chose these ones, now I've used probably every pre-workout out there, or most of them at this point. Um, the reason why I stumbled on these, so this is the Transparent Labs brand one. It's called their bulk pre-workout. Um, and this is actually how I found Transparent Labs. I was researching 7, 8 years ago pre-workouts that had lower caffeine amounts, and theirs popped up. So they back in the day they had 180 milligrams of caffeine in their pre-workout. Um, I think they upped it to 200. Yeah, so they have 200 milligrams now of caffeine in their pre-workout, which is the equivalent of about uh, 1 to 2 coffees. Like, if you get like a medium coffee from some coffee place, it probably has about the same as this. If you make a normal cup of coffee at home, it probably has around 100 milligrams of caffeine. So, but this is also the same as like an energy drink. Then most energy drinks have right around 200 milligrams of caffeine. So, that's for me, that's a good range. What I find is too much for me is when you get to like 300 milligrams or more. And most of these pre workouts have that. They have 300, 350. Some of them have 400 milligrams of caffeine uh, per serving. So, that for me, that doesn't help. That actually makes my workouts worse. It makes me like really jittery. It makes me really anxious, and it's more of an annoyance, and it actually makes things worse for me. So that's why originally I found this formula and I decided to give them a try. But also, they have clinical doses of other ingredients that I was looking for too that were important as well to me. Just to name a few, citrulline, like I mentioned before, which helps with pumps, right? Like for me, the most important things are a low to moderate amount of caffeine, um, having some good pump products in there, right, to see some good vascularity. And number three is the mental focus ingredients, right? And most pre workouts focus on one of those things, right? They kind of brand themselves as one that's great for getting pumps, or one that's great for insane energy and have tons of caffeine, or ones that are really good with mental focus. But they usually don't check off all the boxes because it's kind of expensive, right? We're talking about a combination of different ingredients for them to pay for like clinical doses, proper doses of like ingredients to check off all three of those boxes. It's not going to be a cheap pre workout, and they're going to be less profitable. So what they usually do is they pick one or two of those categories and kind of brand themselves as like, we're really great with mental focus. Or we're really great with getting a pump. Some of them also brand themselves around the taste, right? They don't promote that their formula is amazing, but they really wow you with the taste. And this is like Ghost, like the brand Ghost, or the some of these other brands that like their main marketing thing is, oh, we're the same flavor as Sour Patch Kids, or we're the same flavor as X, Y, and Z brand. They partner with other companies to get you to really be interested in the taste. All right, and I usually say, if the main drawing point is the taste or the flavor, like when it comes to the pre-workout, the most important thing should be the formula, and because it's giving you an effect on the body that you want to feel your best while training, unlike uh protein. You want a certain amount of protein per serving, but sure, go ahead with the one that tastes the best or whatever, or the one that you like the taste of. But there's less to evaluate. There's only a couple of ingredients in a protein powder, right? If you're choosing a good one, and the main thing you're looking at is protein. There's a whole collection of a formula of ingredients that you're looking for a specific effect on the body. So there's just a little bit more to it. So this one, the Transparent Labs one, is considered like a very good all around everyday pre workout. It checked off the box for me of having low to moderate caffeine. It checked off the box of giving you a good pump with the citrulline, and it checked off a couple boxes with mental focus. Alpha GPC is like a well-known mental focus ingredient that they give like a reasonable dosage of. They don't give a high dose, but a reasonable dose. And they also have L-theanine in here, which a lot of pre-workouts don't have. L-theanine is an ingredient that actually helps uh, calm you down a little bit. It helps a little bit with mental focus, but it helps calm you down. It helps reduce stress a little bit, and it also helps with like not having jitters when combined with caffeine. So I really like that ingredient, so that's included in here as well. So this one I would consider like a good everyday pre-workout where it's not going to wow you in any one category, but it checks off all the boxes pretty reasonably, and it doesn't noticeably shortchange you in any of those ingredients. A lot of pre-workouts out there, including some of the most popular ones like C4, some of those other ones out there, they literally like shortchange you. They put really low doses of some of these ingredients where you're not going to get any effects from it. You're not going to get any benefits from it. And they just know that you're not going to know that they're shortchanging you on the ingredients. They're just, they know that 90% of the buyers aren't going to be that intelligent with the ingredients and the dosing, and they're going to be able to still make sales because the flavor looks amazing or they're really good at marketing, right? So it's unfortunate, but yeah, the supplement industry is very misleading, and a lot of companies do stuff like that. So that's why I go with this, or that's why I, always keep the Transparent Labs bulk pre-workout around. This is actually the first time I bought this one. This is Gorilla Mode, which is made by um, Derek from his handle is More Plates, More Dates. He's also, I believe, the founder of Marek Health, which is a telehealth organization, and he's very knowledgeable on supplements. And this is his brand, right? So this is one of the brands that really does a good job with having all the clinical and proper doses of the ingredients that they use. For that reason, he very much knows his stuff in regards to that. Now, um, let me see how much caffeine is in here. So this is an example of what most pre-workouts are doing these days in 2025. They're giving you two options on the nutrition label. One scoop, uh, the nutrition facts for one scoop, and the nutrition facts for two scoops. And the reason for this is some people want a ton of caffeine, and some people like me want less caffeine. So they're giving me 200 milligrams of caffeine for every one scoop. So that means 400 milligrams of caffeine for two scoops. So I'm, of course, using just one scoop, because that's the kind of cap of the caffeine I like at one time. But they also have really good amounts of L-citrulline for the pumps. They have about half a serving of creatine monohydrate in here, so 2.5 grams. Um, they have, let's see, what do they have in here for? They have alpha GPC, which is again that mental focus ingredient at a little bit of a higher dosage than the Transparent Labs one. Um, and then they have another mental focus ingredient called Huperzine A, at a good dosage as well. So, and then they have a couple of ingredients in here for muscle pumps as well. You see Quincy back there? What a guy. He sleeps on his back when he's on the couch. We got a question in here. Caged Elite Series pre-workout is good quality, someone said. Yeah, I haven't seen the nutrition label on that in a while, but I'm pretty sure that one is too high caffeine for my liking. I think it's somewhere in the I'd have to double check actually. If you have it with you, look at the nutrition label and let me know how many milligrams of caffeine. But I remember seeing that it was too high for my liking, like 300 or more milligrams of caffeine per serving. But again, so I've bought 100 pre-workout supplements over the last decade, and probably 90 of them I have not repurchased. That should tell you something, right? Like most of the ones I've purchased, I didn't want to buy again. This is the first time I've bought this, and I will be buying it again. So I like how I feel when I'm training on it. Again, when I use one serving or one scoop instead of two. So this is one that I will be buying again. So again, supplement number three is a pre-workout supplement. And I've used a bunch, and I've recommended others as well to clients because this is the most personalized supplement on here, right? Protein powder, as long as you're getting 20 or more grams of protein per scoop and it's under 200 calories per scoop, you'll be okay. It's not a big deal if you don't go with this one. Creatine monohydrate, the brand literally doesn't matter 1%. It doesn't matter at all as long as you're not massively overpaying. As long as you're getting it for less than $1 a serving and you're getting 5 grams of creatine monohydrate per day, and that's per serving, you'll be fine. It doesn't matter the brand. A pre-workout is very much depending on your preferences and how you want to feel when you're training and what you're looking for. Like someone just said, they took one that kept them up all night, right? Depending on the time of day you work out, you're going to really want to be careful about which one you go with, if you have one at all. Maybe you don't get one at all, but if you're looking for anything specific, uh, feel free to leave it in the chat below and I can leave some more recommendations if needed. All right. So those are the three main supplements I use. I do have some vitamins here that I'm going to go over in just a minute, but yeah. So that's literally it. I keep it very brief and very simple. People often ask me about BCAAs. BCAAs, just for context, might be after greens powders. They might be the most uh the biggest waste of money supplements because they give little to no value, little to no benefits for like $50 a month, right? So I haven't bought BCAAs in 7 or 8 years. Um Trust me, if BCAAs were helpful to me and helped me see better results, I would buy it absolutely. Like keep in mind, this is somebody you're talking to somebody who is a fitness professional who I'm like my business does better the better shape I'm in. Right? So it's in my best interest to take any and all supplements that might benefit my physique and benefit my fitness and benefit my health. And if BCAAs were helping me even 1% to get in better shape, I would buy them. And that goes for any supplement. It is in my best interest to buy and use any supplement that I know is not dangerous, that will help me get in better shape. So BCAAs, as long as you're eating a reasonable amount of protein, there's no reason for you to take BCAAs. I could see if you're somebody who is very very low on protein, um, maybe you consider doing that. But in that case, if you're very very low on protein, I would argue, BCAAs and protein powder are like the same price. So why not just spend that same $50 on a protein powder and actually get your protein up, which would be more beneficial than spending it on BCAAs. So that's my argument there. So that's one that literally just is a waste of money. Greens powders is pretty much the same, right? Greens powders are used by companies. Uh, it's really misleading, but they are essentially a multivitamin in greens powder form. So they provide like the same nutrients as a multivitamin that you can get for $12 on Amazon, but they charge 60 to $100 per month for a greens powder and you get no additional benefits from it. Like athletic greens or AG1, whatever it's called, like it's kind of criminal to charge $100 a month for something that's really not going to help you be a healthier person. Like it's just not. Like why wouldn't I take a greens powder? Like why like Transparent Labs sells greens powders too. Why wouldn't I just buy their greens powders at a discount and use it if it was helping my health, I would of course do it, but um yeah. So that's my thoughts on greens powders. Colossal waste of money. Um if you think it's helping you, I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just giving you my own opinion on why I take these supplements and why I don't take others. So, if I thought that there was a benefit to it, and if I was convinced that it would be even 2 or 3 or 4% helpful for my health or my fitness, of course, I would. It would be worth the money to me. But I'm not convinced that it is. All right. Um, and I'll cover quickly fat burners and like testosterone support supplements. Both of these, again, are marketing tools that don't provide any value. Like I'm not even saying little value. I'm saying they don't provide any value. Um, like there's no how do I articulate this? Like especially with the testosterone like support supplements that are like over the counter for like $50. You're not going to take like an over the counter testosterone support supplement uh, and see your testosterone levels rise. Most people who are buying these testosterone support supplements don't even know what their testosterone levels are. Like, you have to go to the doctor and get a, a blood panel, and then they have to go over it with you and say, "Hey, your testosterone level is at 300 or 400, whatever it is." They have to actually tell you, and if they tell you, "Yeah, like you're pretty low on testosterone," what they're going to do is they're going to ask if you're open to testosterone replacement therapy, TRT, which is the solution to that. Right? Like, there's treatment. This is the treatment for if you're low on testosterone, where it's affecting your quality of life, where you have little to no energy, um, you like have no sex drive, you have other, like, there's other negative effects with if you have really low testosterone levels. There's medical treatment for that, which is testosterone replacement therapy, hormone, therapy, where you would essentially, I know there's more ways to do it now, but the most known way is like you inject yourself with, testosterone once a week or something like that, or on some level that you agree upon, some frequency you agree upon with your doctor, and you continue to monitor your testosterone levels by getting your blood taken every few months or whatever, and you try to make sure you're within a healthy range. Buying a $50 pill of capsules that say testosterone support on it, and really they include some vitamins in there or whatever, like, if you're truly low on testosterone, that's not going to raise it to healthy levels. So, and like I'm saying, like, the vast majority of people I imagine who are impulse buying testosterone support supplements from V-Shred online don't even actually know. They haven't gotten their blood work taken to know for a fact that they're low on testosterone. They're just convinced by the marketing into an impulse decision to buy it because they think more testosterone is going to make them a stronger, better, more fit man, I guess, right? So it's all based on emotional buying, emotional marketing, and you probably don't even know what your testosterone levels are. So testosterone support supplements are the biggest BS essentially in the supplement space for the most part. So save your money on that. And fat burners again is essentially the same thing. Whereas a fat burning pills, they market it and they mislead you to think if you take this pill, you're gonna lose fat. Do you think that if I could just lose body fat by taking a pill, that it would be worth $50 to me? Especially because it directly impacts my career, right? If I stay in great shape, more people wanna do business with me. If I could take a $50 pill or supplement and just lose fat, don't you think I would do that? Like, it doesn't work that way. What fat burning pills are usually are some sort of stimulants. Like, they usually have some caffeine in there to make you sweat a little bit, right? So to make you feel like something's happening. Uh, but there's no other way to lose body fat other than through nutrition and by being in a calorie deficit. Whether you're tracking your food or not, you can still be in a calorie deficit, but there's no pill that you're going to take that's going to make you be in a calorie deficit, make you be in an energy deficit compared to how much food you eat compared to how much you're active. So yeah, if it was up to me and you listen to my recommendations, fat burning pills are an enormous waste of money. They're not going to make you lose any fat, right? They're just going to make you think you are. Greens powders are an insane waste of money. BCAAs and testosterone support supplements, an insane waste of money. Um, and the three supplements for me that are worth the money and can actually be somewhat helpful are a protein powder to just help you reach your daily protein goal a little bit easier and more conveniently. Creatine, which is one of the cheapest supplements. I pay 20 cents a serving or whatever it is for this to help in the gym, to help with, you know, uh, getting an extra couple reps and lifting an extra few pounds. And then a pre-workout supplement to help have a better quality workout and get more in the mindset of having a great workout and being motivated. Those are the 3 supplements. Now, these are the 2 main vitamins I keep around. I don't even have a multivitamin around. If you want to take a multivitamin, go ahead, right? They shouldn't be more than like $10 to $30 on Amazon or something like that. Sure, go ahead and take a multivitamin if you want to. I personally don't know if they move the needle at all with your health. If you eat like absolute shit and don't have a balanced diet, maybe there's a little bit of an argument more to get a multivitamin because you eat like shit and maybe you're not getting all the nutrients that you might want to accumulate through food. Um, what I have here is vitamin D3. Again, one of the other cheapest supplements that ever existed. Um, we're at least told that like 75% of people are deficient in vitamin D3, which is what you get from essentially from being outdoors, from sunlight. So those of us here in the Northeast, where it's, you're not getting outside in the sun for half the year, it can be probably more important for us to take it, I would imagine, than for someone who lives in Florida or someone who lives in California or someone who is outside getting sunlight on them 12 months out of the year. What you're looking for in regards to the serving or the dosage per serving is what they call 5,000 IUs. So 5,000 IUs, and this is 360 servings. I think I got this on Amazon. 360 servings, and I think I paid like $30. So very cheap supplement. This is a year's worth. And I'll be the first to admit that I don't take this every day. I would recommend you take it every day, but it just slips my mind. I don't take it every day, but it's the one of the 2 vitamins that I do keep around. Okay. Um, and then literally vitamin C. Vitamin C to help with immune system support. And I don't take this every day either. I mainly take this if I feel like I'm fighting something off or I have a hunch that I might be getting sick. I always get the ones that have 1,000 milligrams per serving. So it can be really misleading. There's 100 different brands, 100 different bottles of vitamin C in the grocery store you can buy. Some of them have like half of this, like 500 milligrams per serving. Some of them have like 250, and you're getting the same amount of servings, and you're paying the same amount. So it's like it's 2 to 3 times the price. So you really want to know what to look for. This is 105 servings in here, and it's 1,000 milligrams per serving. I think this was probably like $15. So again, not an expensive supplement. Over 100 servings, 1,000 milligrams. So yeah. So that's how I take the vitamin C. Now, DJ asked here about omega 3s, so like a fish oil supplement. That's one that I can get on board with. I have bought that in the past. I don't have it here with me right now, but that's one that I can certainly get on board with. Um, because there is information out there that shows that it helps with joint support, it helps with heart health, it helps with a couple of other things. Um, so again, that's one that is an affordable supplement that for most people I think is probably worth taking. Right, it's not going to break the bank. Um, you shouldn't expect like tangible results from it, but it's just for health reasons, right? Um, so that's one I have no problem. Certainly go ahead and take that if you want to. All right. Now, let me know if there's any other questions on any other supplements that I didn't mention here. But thank you so much for joining the live video here. Every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I go live talking about a different topic, and you can always join with your questions. You can put this in your calendar if you want, block off this time if you want to join and ask any questions or see what I'm talking about today. And if you want me to coach you, if you want to get in the best shape of your life within 6 months or so, um, feel free to apply for my Modern Man coaching program, which let me see. I'm going to put the application apply to work together here. I'll put it in the chat. So if you want me to coach you, and to put together a fully customized program with your training based on whether you train at home or at the gym. If you want me to put together a completely customized nutrition plan and approach that makes sense for your schedule and your lifestyle, uh, so that you can be consistent with it long term and so that you can see the best possible results, and have me hold you accountable week after week, month after month, so that you stay consistent, so that you gain more traction and momentum than ever before in your fitness. If you do, I would say if you do between 60 and 70% of the things I recommend to you, you could probably get in the best shape of your life within 6 months. I have a handful of clients right now who are pretty much doing that, who are absolutely crushing it, who have lost body fat, who are literally seeing visible abs in their 40s and 50s, for the first time in maybe ever, but certainly in a couple decades. So my coaching is very lifestyle based, and it's not going to be anything drastic, no elimination diets. Like the goal of how I work with my clients is to make sure that it's something they can do for life, to make sure that it's something that isn't temporary. Because I'm sure you've all lost weight before, probably gained some of it back. I'm sure have all done programs or diets in the past that were temporary, that maybe you saw some short term result, but you weren't able to keep it up. You weren't able to sustain it. And that's why most people are on this roller coaster and cycle of starting and stopping and starting over every new year, right? Most people are on that cycle. So the my goal is to help you break that cycle and to help you, if you get started now, to start 2026 in better shape than you are right now, despite going through the holidays, to try to coach you through the holidays and help you learn how to get through it, how to navigate the holidays. It's going to come up year after year, so you might as well learn how to get through it, and manage it while still living your life and guilt free, enjoying yourself. So if you want to learn how to do that and still start the new year in better shape than you are today, so that you can have a new goal for New Year's and you can make 2026 the most fit year of your life, I encourage you to apply. What we'll do is we'll hop on a quick call, me and you, and go over your goals, go over what you've tried in the past, see what might be best for you. By no means will I ever try to push you or convince you to work together if you're not fully convinced that it's what's best for you. I have no incentive to do that. I have nothing to gain if I bring someone on who, like, it's not a good fit for, because it ends up sucking for me too. So yeah, so I at this point I only take on people who I know are going to do really well with my style of coaching, and who, when we communicate on the call, uh feel the same way. Okay, so yeah, so look forward to hearing from some of you possibly, and I'll see you next Wednesday. If you're watching the replay and you have any questions on other supplements, or you want me to review the supplements that you're currently taking or the brands that you're currently using, leave them down below in the comments or reach out to me and I'll let you know. All right, catch you guys next week. Bye.